The portrait of a lady describes a very beautiful relationship between author Khushwant Singh, and his grandmother. Khushwant Singh found his grandmother very old. He calls her terribly old because for 20 long years he had seen her the same old, wrinkled face, short and stout lady who wore white clothes. She had a puckered face, silent, serene, calm, and contented. Grandmother once was very pretty, and this is not believed by Kushwan Singh. When people say that one's grandmother was very beautiful, he finds it very difficult to believe that. When grandmother told him about the childhood games she played, he found that absurd. Grandfather's photograph was hung above on the mantelpiece. He wore a turban. He had long beard that covered the best part of his chest, and he wore loose clothes. But Khushwant Singh says that he could not be a man who could have wife or children. He looked like a man who could have only plenty of grandchildren. Grandmother always hobbled around in the house. She moved with little difficulty, keeping one hand on her bent stoop, and with other hand she was telling the beads of her rosary. Her white hair scattered over her face. She was calm, serene, contented lady, and her lips always moved in prayers, but those prayers were inaudible. When author's parents left him with grandmother and went to the city, grandmother and author came very close to each other. In morning, she got him up, she bathed him, and she got him ready for the school. While doing so, she recited her morning prayers loudly so that author could learn them. But author was not interested in learning them. He simply loved his grandmother's voice, and so he listened to them. He always had the same breakfast in the morning, that was stale chapati with butter spread on it and some sugar also spread on it. Some more chapatis grandmother carried with her to feed the village dogs. They both went to the school because the school was attached to a temple. So, sitting inside the school, he recited some scriptures and learned alphabets. And sitting inside the temple, grandmother read her scriptures. They both returned back together. When they came back at that time, many dogs were gathered in front of the temple because they wanted to eat the stale chapatis brought by grandmother. Grandmother and author came home back. The dogs fought with each other for those chapatis grandmother had brought, and she threw them towards the dogs. This way, days went by. After some time, when author's parents got settled in the city, they sent for grandma and author both. They both went to the city. Here, the scene was a little different because grandmother did not go with author now. Author went to an English school for which he had to go in a motor bus. So, grandmother did not accompany him to the school now. Here, there were no dogs. So, grandmother now fed the sparrows which came in the courtyard. She started feeding the sparrows in the courtyard of their city house. Now, grandmother was confined to her spinning wheel and her prayers. She did not leave her spinning wheel much. Initially, she got him up and got him ready for the school also, but gradually she came to know that he studied English and some laws of Archimedes and other science principles of science. So she did not understand them much. She could not help him out with his studies. One day, when she came to know that music was also taught in the school as a subject, she got disturbed, and now she decided to remain alone because she did not want to show her disapproval. So her silence was only her disapproval. Now she was more and more confined to her prayers, and in afternoon for half an hour she fed the birds. The birds sparrows came and sat on her hand and legs and on her head also, and this was the best part of the day for her. When author attended university school, he got a separate room. So now the bond between author and his grandmother, the friendship between author and his grandmother, that bond was snapped. Here, after some time, he went to abroad for higher studies. When he was going for 5 long years, he went to abroad for higher studies. When he was going, he was expecting his grandmother to become emotional, but she did not get emotional. She simply kissed him on his forehead and left the moist imprints of her lips on his head. And he was expecting that he might not see his grandma when he would come back. But grandmother was ready there for his welcome when he came back. That day, she called all the women of neighborhood, and on a dilapidated old drum, they thumped and sang songs of homecoming of a warrior. She enjoyed a lot. Family members had to stop her so that she should not be overstrained. Then after that, that day was the day when she did not do her prayers. After that, she slept, and morning when she got up, she had a mild fever. Doctor said that it would go, but grandmother did not accept that, and she came to know that her end was near. So she now wanted to do her prayers. So she did not talk to anyone much, and she slept in her bed. After some time, she left the world. When she left the world, all were mourning for her death. After some time, she was kept on the ground and she was covered in a red shroud. Everyone went for the preparations of cremation. When they came back, it was time of sunset, and her room was lit. And when they saw thousands of sparrows were sitting there on veranda and in her room, the grandmother was mourned by these sparrows also. Author's mother made some crumbs of stale chapati and spread them so that the bird should eat them, but they did not touch the crumbs of chapati. And when the body was taken for cremation, all these sparrows also flew away.